Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back for another video. Today's video, I think we're going to cover a little bit of Stranger Things. Now, I kind of touched on this a little bit in one of my last Stranger Things videos, but it's about the fact that we are not getting Argyle back in the last season of Stranger Things, as it seems to be. Like, it's not 100% confirmed, but just what we've seen so far and what he's mentioned in the interview. When asked about his possible involvement in Season 5, he didn't really know anything. He said, "It's nice to hear that there's some sort of concern on something, you know what I mean? But I never got a phone call, so I think that's it." And to say that we're a little disappointed, yeah, we can say that. Because like I said, I touched on this in one of my previous videos where it's kind of a mixed bag, where he wasn't that pivotal of a character for the fourth season, but he did kind of play a semi-large role. He helped them build that tank so that 11 could get in it and go into the Upside Down to face Vecna. He drove them across the country from California back to Indiana to face whatever was going on, to help 11 rebuild and help everybody reconnect. And then it seems they're just kind of casting him off. That kind of begs to say, what are they doing with other smaller characters? Like we have Officers Callahan and Powell, where they are just supporting characters, but they've been kind of important to the show as far as some comedic timing with their characters, just adding the supports that Hopper needs to his police force. And so to say if they were to get rid of them, that would be disappointing. That would kind of take away from the show and what it's been over the last 4 seasons. And along with that, too, we have Mr. Wheeler and the youngest daughter. We know that Karen is going to come back because I believe that she was in that Season 5 photo announcement that we got last week. And so if they were to kind of focus on the main cast of characters, no one really outside of that main group, it might take away a little bit. But then again, too, it's important that they do focus on these main characters because it is the last season. So they want to go out strong. They want to kind of go out how they came in, really focusing on this team of characters as we were getting to know them in those first couple of seasons and the different adventures they go on, and then the different friendships that would form with people that you didn't expect, like Dustin with Steve. We did not see that friendship coming, but they bonded over Season 2, kind of being put on the sidelines and then going to face the Demodogs in the tunnels that were forming under those pumpkin patches and those different farms. It would be strange of them to kind of discard Argyle without any mention of where he went if he happens to not be in this last season, because it would be nice to at least to get some form of closure, whether it be an off-screen exit or him actually being at least in part of an episode to say, hey, I'm leaving, or maybe he even within the first little bits of the opening parts of the season where there's supposedly supposed to be a time jump, maybe at some point in that time jump he gets killed or he just simply leaves. I think if they killed him off screen, that would just make matters worse. People would get super pissed about that, and it would kind of be a slap in the face to the fans who really fell in love with that character, because even though he was not an integral part of the group, he added, or he offered that comedic timing that the show kind of needed. And maybe too, with him out of the picture, Jonathan could take on more of a bigger role, because in the last season he was kind of just one of Argyle's stoner friends. He didn't have a whole lot of lines. He kind of became distant, and just his character really changed. So maybe if Argyle leaves, he can kind of step back up into that leadership role and that protector role of Will, and just really face down this final season, face down Vecna. Maybe even go as far as maybe he sacrifices himself to save Will or save the whole group. I think there's a lot of different directions that they could really go to explain why he's not there and make it less of a burn, I guess, or make it less of a blow to the actor, since he was not asked to come back, or that's kind of what they're going with at this point, that he was not asked to come back. Kind of flipping the script too, it could be all a ruse that he was not asked to come back, or it's kind of one of those things where they're really playing really coy about it. They don't want to say one way or the other. You just never know, I guess, with this kind of stuff, because there has been plenty of occasions where actors were just kind of dismissed and no rhyme or reason why they didn't get asked to come back. And It kind of it's very dismissive to their character. But that was just kind of the more detailed video, I guess, I wanted to do about that, because I had mentioned it in another video and can kind of give my broader point of view about the whole situation. And I guess that kind of leaves us with a couple questions. Is it stupid if they don't ask him to come back? Yes and no. I could see it as yes, because it's rude and disrespectful to the actor who thought he established kind of a plot within that set of characters. And if not, they could have at least said, hey, your character's being written out, we don't expect you to come back next season, and just kind of give them the courtesy of saying, hey, we're not going to ask you to come back, because it just wouldn't serve to the story. And no, on the other hand, because he was kind of already in a giant kind of crowded group where it would be probably a little bit hard to force his character in with story that would make any sense. He provided that kind of comedic relief in the last season where it was kind of a nice break from the usual seriousness that we got. If Jonathan is to step up as a character, as a protector like he used to be, it kind of makes sense that Argyle would not be in the picture, and it could push the story forward. And if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all of that. And until next time, guys, I will check you later. Take care. Bye.